Hi, you guys. Welcome to week one. I'm so glad that you're here. Look, this is the week where we are just laying the foundation for everything that comes next. We're going to go slow, gentle, intentionally, because before we can change anything, before we start working with the nervous system or shifting our perspective or working with the mirror, we start by waking up to what's already happening inside of us. Okay? So this week is simply about awareness without judgment. Okay? It's about seeing the ways that we've been operating from survival mode, the strategies, the patterns, the adaptations, and getting to a place where we can say, oh my gosh, that makes sense. Of course, I learned to do that. No wonder I've been so damn exhausted, right? There's nothing to fix this week, nothing to push, nothing to force. We're just slowing down enough to actually notice ourselves. Okay. So, because if we don't understand the survival patterns that are running the show, then we can't create any real lasting change. Awakening always starts with seeing. It's almost like when you have your cell phone and it's not really working great. Things are running slow. It's not holding a charge. You don't know what's going on, but it's just not performing optimally. And then suddenly you're going through your phone and you realize, holy shit, I have 75 tabs, 75 apps running in the background. Didn't even realize it. Okay, I've got all these history and the web browsing tabs open. And then I've actually got apps that are running in the background that I haven't closed out, right? Think of it like that, right? There is what's happening on the surface of us, like the things that we're actually aware of. But in the background, there's all these survival patterns that are just running. They're outdated, literally ones from when we were kids. And they're just running our lives unbeknownst to us. So this phase is like we're getting in there and we're seeing, oh my gosh, I've got a ton of tabs and apps open that I didn't know were there. So it's just about seeing this week, okay? So, all right, this week, totally an orientation to the course, the structure, and to you. We're going to learn about how the course works, what each phase builds toward. We're going to learn how survival mode shapes our thoughts, our emotions, and behavior. And honestly, the most important thing to take away is that your patterns or intelligent adaptations, they're not failures, right? It's not a place to invalidate yourself. Okay. It is just a place to witness yourself with compassion instead of criticism. And then we will build from that. So this week is like a soft opening, right? Where your heart, your body, and your mind are going to start to understand that you're not broken, you adapted, and those adaptations kept you alive. It's how you found safety and belonging, all right? So this week, we're going to practice a few simple but extremely powerful things that, first one, I know everybody needs. Slowing yourself down just a little bit, okay? We're going to start noticing familiar patterns and reactions. We're going to be practicing observing our inner world with curiosity. Practice letting go of the pressure to be different right now, okay? And just recognizing how the past has shaped our present moment, but without blame, right? There's nothing to do right. You can't fuck this up, okay? This is the week where everything starts to get lighter because the truth comes into focus that, oh my gosh, you make sense. All right? You make sense. So much sense. So, as you move through this week, you might find old patterns that are popping out of nowhere. It's funny how when we start on this journey, suddenly opportunities are popping up. Okay, so we're going to see old patterns popping up. There might be some emotions coming to the surface. You might have a sense of, oh my gosh, oh wow, I never realized that before. Or even some grief or relief as things start to click into place. All of it's normal. Okay, awareness is the first doorway, and sometimes it is tender. Okay, you don't need to analyze anything yet, right? I know everybody so fixated on analyzing things. Okay, we're not doing that. We're gonna stay curious. My intention for you this week is that you start to feel a sense of permission, a softness towards yourself, an understanding of why you are the way you are, and just a readiness to move forward on this journey without shame. Okay, so this week we are really establishing the foundation of self-compassion so that when we go into the following week, the body, the nervous system, the somatic work, you're doing it from a place of care, not correction. Okay, so welcome to week 1. We're going to get this potty started slowly, consciously, and with compassion. Okay, so you guys can open up your workbooks and go through the first activity, which is going to walk you through identifying your survival patterns and what they feel like in your body, identifying how they show up in your thoughts and behaviors. And we're unpacking what kind of protective responses that we're hanging out in the most. Okay. Then throughout the week, there's a companion worksheet that you can use to notice your patterns as you're going throughout the week. I've included an audio meditation and a song to support you through this week to visualize and go through connecting with your survival self and actually building the compassion within yourself. So it's a felt sense. It's not just a concept. These aren't just things that we're talking about, right? We have to really, it has to like be alive. These things that we're talking about, it's one thing to be told something and to read something. It's another thing when you live it and you experience it. It's a truth that begins to live in your body. Okay, so that is what we are going for. And that's why this course is created the way it is. It's layered. So I hope this helps you and supports you. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Okay, you can't, like I said, you can't mess this up. I want you to just notice yourself, be aware of yourself, and witness yourself without judgment. Okay. And as you move through this week, remember, you make sense, your patterns make sense, your reactions make sense, your emotions make sense. This week is about seeing yourself clearly, without shame, without judgment, without trying to change anything yet. Your only job is to notice and to meet yourself with curiosity and compassion. So take your time, go slow. Okay, let yourself be a student of your own inner world. Okay, because once you understand the intelligence behind your survival patterns, the rest of this journey becomes so much easier and gentler. Okay, so, and I'm going to walk with you every step of the way. Welcome, you guys. I am so excited for you all.